Yeah, it's not his fault. Uncle Tony has to. Okay, so guys, Kwame Danso, when you guys were going, we were working on our plant life, and we've been talking about the stages in plants. So Fauzi and team, I know that some of you sent your assignments to me. I'm going to open it up and then we can go over them. And then if you want to present today, share your screen. Grace, do you have anything to share with your team members today on what you've been working on? This today is just a way for us to recap on what we have been learning for the plant stuff. Takrady team, welcome. I know I see Chebi, Takrady team is here. Lunana is here. Kwame Dansu is here. Frante, I don't see Frante. Ejura was here at one point. What happened to Ejura? Hmm. Yeah, Ejura was here. Well, I guess their network, and then Francis not here. Okay, so but Team US is also here. What you might call it? So my thing is that last week we had some good presenters, right? Which was very good. Chevy, did you update your file, your share? What's it called? Shared, right? Your Google slide.
Yeah, reply to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so will you have an update or
Hey,
any?
what's your name? You didn't hear her talking.
Okay,
Let me
Ejura
know
is
what my
back.
phone
Awesome.
and listen to what she's saying.
Okay, Ejura is back. So we are missing Francie. That's about it. Um. Okay, Takrady team. How are you guys doing?
We are fine.
Any updates for us on your plans? Richard Owusu. Is Richard Owusu here with us today? Okay, so Richard Owusu is not here. Richard, I got your assignments and it's really good. So I was hoping you guys will present. Oh, Francie did a good job. Okay, I like that. Yeah, so nobody want to present today. Nobody. Is that what it is?
Somebody will do the presentation today.
Okay. So if Takrade is ready, we are ready for Takrade. But before anything,
Yes, but
I'll give you time. When you're ready, let me know in the chat. Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, thank you. So Chevy team and Takrade team looks like today you guys can present. What is it? What is it? Richard Owusu from Frante. I was hoping Frante would be here to present, but they are not here. But I want to go over the steam first, okay? I'm going over the steam first again to help you guys to understand what we are working with. And from Monday going, they're gonna come online. A lot of people are going to know about the program, and then they can start applying and all those things. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen while we wait for Takoradi or Chebi to get ready to present. And if you have any question, what I'm about to present, if you have any question, let me know, and then we can help answer them. Okay. And so far we have received Takoradi and we have received Chebi. When it comes to the volunteer service or the community service projects, I have not heard from Kwame Danso or Ejura too. Yeah, Ejura said you guys are going to be working on some breast cancer stuff or something like that. I forgot. So with that being said, I'm happy. All the projects are amazing. Takoradi is amazing. Everybody, you guys took your time to really research what is happening around you. I like that. Team USA, as for us, we will be going to donate food to the homeless shelter. That is what we will be working on. So Team USA on the 29th, we are meeting to cook.
Good man.
What will I do with you? What will I do with you? So Team USA, we are going to do our cooking to share a little bit about Ghana and stuff and whatever the kids want to cook. And then we will be giving it, we will be delivering it to the homeless shelter here in our community. That is what we are working on. So just to let you guys know, we will be cooking and distributing the food just to help our community over here. So now let me share. We've been talking about this for how long now? And I keep saying that this is not only EBI program, okay? This is a program for everyone. It's gonna be open to US people, Ghana people, and so as telling you ahead of time, it's supposed to help you prep up. But if it happens that you are not, you don't, and again, you don't need to do anything. I always say that EBI, we don't want people to participate. We encourage you to participate, but we don't want to force anyone to participate. Hope I'm making sense. And so with that being said, it would be nice if everyone will be able to let me see. If everyone will be able to join and do something for the program. But outside of that, I say this to say that you can come as a spectator to watch and to learn, right? And then maybe prep yourself for the following year. Am I making sense? And so this is how it is as of now. I said that your project needs to be between, what is it called? So this event is happening in Chibi, in the Eastern region on July 11th, 2026. And it is a way for the EBI students, Ghana students, and anyone around the world that want to participate to come and showcase their innovative stuff, okay? And it's happening July 11th, 2026. And so with that being said, your projects, let me go back. So on that day, we will have competition, live performances, interactive workshops, exhibition, food and drink. We will have food trucks. Of course, the people participating in the program are going to be fed and all that stuff. But they're all what's it called? The guests or the everyday people who are going to be coming, they will have the chance to buy food when they are over there. So I hope that makes sense. And let me go back to where it pertains to you guys. So the challenge is what I want you guys to pay attention to. Okay. So the challenge is we have it in two categories for ages 9 to 14 and then 15 to 18. And it says that as long as you are not 20 years, you can what? Join the program. Anyone over 20, anyone 21 cannot what? Join. 21 cannot be part of the program. 21, then you have maybe you are a team lead and then you are trying to work with the younger ones to get their project out there. I hope I'm making sense. And so anyone below 20 or like say 21, 21 and above is no. So that is what it is. And you can have a team of up to 8 members, or it can be an individual. Okay. It can just be you working on your project, or you can have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, 8 people in the group, but no more than that. Okay. And then the challenge, somebody might say that, do I need to be affiliated with a school? No. You don't have to be affiliated with any school, any organization or club. We welcome everyone below the age of 21 to join and to participate. You can be a homeschooler or school dropout or whatever it is, as long as you are not over 21 years old or 20 years old. So that's that. And so the challenge team is, what are you working on? Whatever your ideas are, they have to fall under one of these categories. Okay. They have to fall under one of these. You cannot go out of this category. It has to fall under one of these. Hey, Khalees, thanks for joining. It has to fall under one of these. So your project has to be either sustainable agriculture and food security, or renewable energy and waste management, clean water and sanitation, creative industries and digital solutions, security and safety innovation, transportation and what infrastructure. So it can be any one of these. And you might be asking, what can I come up with? It can be something digital. It can be something scientific. It can be something engineering. You can have something that you can do online, like an app, a software, right? It can be anything, but it has to fall under these categories. Or it can be like an actual 4D or 3D dimension or something, you know? So it has to be something that you can either hold in your hand for people to see, or it can be on the computer, digital. For making sense. So that is that. And submission, February 20th is the deadline for the first submission. And then I'll show you the questions and stuff very soon. Okay. And then after that, the phase 2 people, we will have 40 people total. After the first submission, we will select 40 people from the submission. And then from there, those people will be able to come and present their work at the STEAM Fest. And then those 40 people, we will have them submit their videos and all that stuff. And those 40 people we will pick 10 of that 40 people. And then they will be the grand finalists for the event. And they will come and do a live exhibition and presentation at the STEAM Fest. That means they'll be on stage with guest panelists who are going to be reviewing and voting on the project. And then we would now be able to award them based on the voting of both the committee. We will pick some random people in the audience to join on that day also. And these are the prices. It can get better than this, but this is the base price. So you never know There can be a businessman or woman in the audience that say, I'm going to add more money to this amount, or I'm gonna give everybody in the group or in the team this laptop. That this you never know, but this is the base. Hope I'm making sense. We might be lucky to add more stuff, but this is the base. And so somebody might be like, well, what about US dollars? If you win and your team is in the US or whatever region, we will convert the money to that for your region. I hope I'm making sense. And so the other thing is transportation. EBI is working to arrange transportation. But the thing is that, let's say you are in the Ashanti region area, you all have to meet somewhere in Kumasi, somewhere, or what they call Mampong, or somewhere like that. And then we can bring you all to Chibi. If you're in Takrady, we can organize something, or the Western region area, we can organize something for all of you guys to meet. Like, I hope I'm making sense. So it will not be like we are going to pick you from your town and bring you. You have to meet us somewhere. But we are working on all those things, okay? And if you have a relative, a family member, a business person that you think can be part of this thing, let your leaders know, your teachers know, and then they can connect with us, and then we can reach out to them to see how we can partner with them to help this project, okay? So if your parents even can help in any capacity, let them know about this. And again, tell them ahead of time. Men change. Don't wait till what June next year or May, and then you say, oh, we have to go somewhere at EBI. No, if you really want to go, keep telling your parents, your guardians, as soon as possible, and keep reminding them. And even you yourself, keep on putting a calendar or an alarm or something, and keep on reminding the people who might help you to make it there. Okay. And if you are part of the 40 people, you will be allowed to come with one adult, a what's called one adult, a parent or an uncle or somebody that can come with you and be with you that day. And then we will take care of the person accommodation and stuff. The 40 students that will be part of the competition will get accommodation and all those things. And so if you are submitting something and if you are part of the group, we will take care of all those things. But if in case your parent can support in any capacity, let them connect with your teacher. Like if you're in Takrady and you know somebody that can help, talk to Mr. Eko, right? If you are in Chebi and you know your parent can help, talk to Mr. Raymond or Mr. Paul and see what they can work with. Am I making sense? The more all of us come together, the better for this thing to be what? A fun, productive, interactive experience for all of us. And so that is that. Everything must be in English. Please proofread your work. No AI generated work can be submitted as your own. And we will find out. It is so easy. You have no idea. And so make sure it is original. Original, original, original. And then proofread your work. Some of you submit stuff without proofreading. Review your spellings, your grammar. You never know, because I'm now grading. These are going to be random people that don't know you and they don't care about your story and all that stuff. They want to know the work. So please put your best foot forward. Hope I'm making sense. Review, review, review. And then avoid sensitive topics, religious and political message. Do not come there and be, what's it called? That is where that you want to be, I don't know, but don't come there and try to stir up the audience into anything negative. We want the atmosphere to be as friendly and happy as much as we can. And nothing harmful, no flame or live animal and all that stuff. You cannot have any of those things. Nothing dangerous that can cause anybody to be hurt. Okay. And then whatever you do, everything is yours. Okay. You own the right to all that stuff. EBI doesn't own anything. If you want to take it to the next level, definitely. And you might never know that somebody somewhere might like what you have worked on. and they might want to sponsor you to take you to another level. And that is also okay. But above all, if you need us to help in whatever situation, or even look for a lawyer for whatever, we can be there. But this is your what? Your copyrighted items. We don't own anything. It is yours. And if you are under 18, you must have your parent what? We will have a form for your parent to sign to show that they are okay with it. Okay. And then again, if you are an international person, don't think that EBI is sponsoring people from US or whatever. No, they are going to be responsible for their own stuff. Okay. And so that is that. And so when you come and you click here, you have the challenge rules and regulations here. Okay. The challenge rules. So you can click on, oh, you can click on the challenge rules. Why is it not showing? Okay, hold up, it's coming. Okay, when you come, you can click on the challenge rules, and that is a guide for you. We had a meeting on Thursday, and Mr. Paul came ask some questions, so we are going to update some things here. But one of the stuff that I want you to understand is that the challenge rules. It's over here. Oh, let me see. Sure. Sorry. You get a challenge rules, and then when you click on the challenge guide, right? Let me click on that so you can see the challenge guide. The challenge guide is just a way to guide you. If you have any question, you can always email or message us. Okay, this is our email. If you have any question, you can always email this number, this email, and somebody will answer your questions for you. Make sure that the subject says Team First or something. Okay, so all the challenge guide is right here, and it gives you what the project is about and what we are hoping that you are bringing to the table. Okay, when you scroll down, can I make this thing bigger? Okay. When you scroll down over here, it gives you what? What exactly we are asking you about for the Team First Challenge. Sustainable agriculture and food security. This team challenges students to think about how we can grow food in a way that is good for the environment and make sure everyone has enough to eat. It's about finding solutions to problems like feeding a growing population, using less water in farming, protecting soil, and reducing food waste. Projects can involve creating new farming methods like hydroponics, designing a system to reduce food spoilage, or investigating how to improve crops yield with sustainable practice. You see how we help you to understand what the heck do we mean by sustainable agriculture and food security, okay? And then over here, renewable energy and waste management. This team is about creating and using clean energy and finding smart ways to handle our garbage. Students are actually involved in two key areas, renewable energy and waste management. Projects that can focus on designing and building models of solar panels, wind turbine, whatever it is, right? But don't be, what is it called? Don't be consumed, or don't let this thing limit you. It is a guide. This is a guide, okay? And then we have clean water sanitation. You can review all those things and then to understand exactly what we are asking about each thing for you, okay? And then at the bottom here, we give you the different types of design that you must submit. You have to either submit a scientific investigation project or an engineering design project. Okay. So either one, you cannot submit two. It has to be either engineering or scientific. And so as we are teaching you on how to do the plant research, okay, it is a way to practice how to do a scientific investigation project. When you did the bridge project, it was another what way of what projecting your project, right? So we have engineering and we have scientific. And so EBI, we are a STEAM organization. And so we are teaching you that you have to know how to do what engineering design project. And then you have to know how to do scientific investigation project. And so every year from now on, EBI will consist of either a project on scientific and also engineering so that you can keep on practicing, because no matter where you find yourself, whatever idea that you choose to come up with, you need to know how to present your case and your fact findings and your research. Okay. So the more we practice, it is our goal that it will help you to get ready for the real world after high school. Okay. And so somebody might ask you, what about the arts? What about art and mathematics? Why are we not talking about art and mathematics? Those things are they are intertwined. They are involved in our everyday life. How does math comes in everyday life? Data analysis, quantitative data that you guys did, and the qualitative data for the plants. That is math right there. Okay. Then on top of it, picking up using 2 seed, that is math. The items, the ingredients, the tools, all those things are what mathematically involved. Why are you doing 1+1 instead of 2 or something like? I hope I'm making sense. And so math is involved in everything, and then art is also involved in everything. You guys saw how the color of the plant, the one that was in the sun, was very green, and the one that was not in the sun, even though it was growing, was not that green. It was very pale green. All those is what is art. How you do your presentation, the PowerPoint slide, all those things are art. The colors that you are going to choose, the pictures that you're going to add, the videos, all those things is what? They are all art. Okay. And so I want you to understand that art is part of everyday life, and math is also part of everyday life. The items that you are going to be using, whether you are buying or you're looking for them around you, all those things involve math. How many things do you need to make the project work? All those things. So math and arts, they are part of our everyday life. Okay. So that is that. And for you, so you can watch this YouTube video.
The scientific method or the engineering design process. How do we know which one to choose? We will offer some general guidelines at the end of this video, but first we'll use a real-world example to compare both. Let's imagine that we want to watch birds in our backyard to learn more about them. There are already a few that come to our yard, but we would like to attract more by feeding them. How should we approach this project? Should we use the scientific method or the engineering design process? Let's go step by step and compare how we could use these two approaches for our project about feeding birds. As we go through the steps, you will notice that there are similarities and differences between the scientific method and the engineering design process. When using the scientific method, the goal is to understand something about the natural world and gain knowledge by asking a question and experimenting to find the answer. In our birdwatching example, the question might be, which food will attract the most birds to my yard? When using the engineering design process, the goal is to solve a problem by building or improving a product or process. It starts by defining the problem. For our birdwatching example, the problem statement might be, I need a bird feeder that attracts more birds to my yard because I want to watch them and learn more about them. The second step for both the scientific method and the engineering design process is to do background research. In our scientific method example, we might research what different types of foods birds eat or what other scientists have found out about birds' food preferences. In our engineering design process example, Our research might focus on finding out how other engineers have approached building a bird feeder, what challenges they have encountered, or what types of bird feeders already exist, and what types of birds use them. The next step when using the scientific method is to make a hypothesis or educated guess about how we think our question will be answered by our experiment. In our bird watching project, maybe our background research revealed that birds enjoy sweet foods. We might hypothesize that if we put blueberries, sunflower seeds, a seed mix, and walnuts outside, then more birds will come to the blueberries than the other foods because they are sweet and juicy. When using the engineering design process, we won't make a hypothesis. Instead, the next step is to specify the criteria or requirements for our product or solution. When building a bird feeder, for example, we would need to make it big enough and sturdy enough to hold a certain amount of bird food. It should be weatherproof, safe for the birds, keep away squirrels, and be relatively inexpensive and easy to build. When following the scientific method, we will test our hypothesis by designing and carrying out an experiment. To do this, we first need to identify the variables of the experiment. Then, we come up with an experimental procedure that will allow us to collect data about the bird's food preferences. For example, we could put out several identical containers that each contain a different type of food and then collect data about the number of birds that visit each container or record how quickly the food in each container empties. When following the engineering design process, we won't do the same kind of experiment. Instead, we continue brainstorming solutions to our problem, evaluating the different solutions, and choosing the best one to try first. For our project, this means we would brainstorm different bird feeder designs and decide which one we will build first. In the scientific method, we need to actively ask, is the procedure working, as we experiment and collect data? If the experiment is not working, we will need to troubleshoot the procedure and restart the experiment. For example, we might find that other animals besides birds eat the food we put out, which means that we will have to rethink our procedure and then redo the experiment. The goal of conducting the experiment is to collect enough data to confidently determine if our hypothesis is being supported or not. In the engineering design process, after deciding which bird feeder design we want to try first, the next step is developing and building a prototype. This means we use our previous sketches or drawings of the bird feeder we want to build, choose the materials for each part of the design, and then build our first bird feeder prototype. We know we might need to make changes later. Our prototype is just an initial build that will let us begin testing our product. In the scientific method, after we finish our procedure and have collected our data, we review and analyze the data. This includes making graphs and evaluating if the collected data is complete, of good enough quality, and is valid. If our data is sufficient, we can then draw conclusions about whether or not our data supports our hypothesis. Sometimes the data leads to more questions, and the process starts again with a slightly different question and a new hypothesis. The next step in the engineering design process is testing our prototype, which involves measuring the prototype's performance as well as evaluating it against our design criteria. For our bird feeder, this means we could observe how well birds interact with our prototype and keep track of metrics like how many birds visit the feeder, how many eat from the feeder, whether squirrels get to the food, and whether any parts of the bird feeder get damaged. If we find that our prototype does not fulfill all of the criteria, we start a new cycle of brainstorming, improving on our bird feeder design, building, and testing our new prototype. This type of iteration continues until the design meets all requirements. Iteration is common in engineering. The last step for both processes is communicating our findings. Sharing our results allows others to use the information we uncovered to continue to discover more about feeding backyard birds and building the best bird feeder. Now that we have completed our bird project, we find that we ended up with two different outcomes based on how we approached the project. By using the scientific method, we understand which food is best to attract the most birds, and by using the engineering design process, we designed a good bird feeder for our yard. You might notice that in our example project, the engineering design process and the scientific method are complementary. Although the outcomes are different for each process, together they lead to more birds that we can observe and enjoy. There are many other problems or projects where science and engineering can be combined. When you are not sure which process to use for a project, follow these general guidelines. If you ask, why does this happen? Or what would happen if? You need to follow the scientific method. If you ask, can I build something that, or can I build a better something? You need to follow the engineering design process. Thanks for watching, and happy creating and experimenting.
Okay. So I hope that you see how two things, right? Two situations. It's the same process. It's about birds, right? But depending on what approach that the person is going for, the person determines whether they are going to go with scientific research or engineering. Okay. So I hope that this helps you to understand how to really navigate your question, your project. Okay. So now there's a statement here because somebody asked, Mr. Paul was asking about funding, that will EBI be helping the groups to help them with their project and stuff? And the answer is a yes and a no. And when I say yes and a no, this is something that we would like you to talk with your parents, your guardians, to see how they can help you. How about making sense? Because the people outside of EBI, we are not helping them. And so we want to make it as fair as possible. Talk with your grown-ups and see what they can help you with. Okay? Before you even come to us. And then we have a price, what's it called? A price limit on how much you can spend on your project. So if it's scientific stuff, you can have something like a board like this to show your project, okay? And that can be for both scientific and engineering. And then on top of this too, you can have your prototype or whatever that you worked on also available for people to have a feel of what you've worked on. Hope that makes sense. So that is that. So instead of bringing like a slideshow or whatever, you can create something like this so that people can be able to see all the stuff that you work on and make it much more nice. And this is where what your art comes in, okay? And where's the price tag? I'm gonna put this on the website too. And I have this here. Okay, good. It's right here. See, I have this here. Remember to have fun and don't beat yourself up if you must try another way, because that's what makes you what, an innovator. The fact that you tried this way and it didn't work out doesn't mean that you were a failure. No, you have not failed in anything. You tried it, it doesn't work out. Ask yourself, what other option can I take? You know, what other way can I take? And then you work on it. Okay. Don't let this thing be a stressful thing for you. This is supposed to be something fun for you and your team. We've learned about how to work on teams. It will get better, but life happens with people in different ways. And so enjoy the process, enjoy the whatever it is that's happening. Don't let this thing be stressing you out. Enjoy it. If you need to take a break and come back to it later, do it. But don't let this thing be stressful to you. And it says what? We encourage that your invention does not exceed anything over what? 200 Ghana cedis or 30 US dollars. Why are we saying that? If you must first look for things around you. Recycle items, things that are garbage, whatever it is. Look for things that are not pricey before you think about buying stuff in the market. And somebody said, what if there's something I need is more expensive? Like how do I even say this? If you're going to buy stuff from the store to build, many times it's defeating the purpose of being an innovator, because you want to find recycled item materials to create something out of, like, you are creating something out of nothing. Hope I'm making sense. And so the goal is, now, if you have to, don't go over 500 Ghana cedis. Like, this is just by the way, but nothing, like, don't go over that. Try to stay below 500 or $50. Don't do more than that. For making sense, so that everybody can be able to participate. Because if you are bringing 1,000 cedis or 2,000 cedis worth of projects, that is a lot. You are just going to, like, it will not be fair to the average Ghanaian who don't have the capital to do the project. Okay, and so we want it to be as cheap and as innovative as much as possible. Are we good? And so you can click on this to get to know about scientific research stuff here. And then here are all the other resources to help you. You can go and read them and stuff like that. And right here is the question, the form. And this will be the last thing, and then whoever is ready can present. This is the form. And so we are going to add this. It is done. I'm going to be adding it very soon. You will get to select your scientific report template right here. And we have given you a template. You can add, but you cannot subtract. Hope I'm making sense. You can add, but you cannot subtract. So over here, you can add your team image and stuff over here, including your leader. You fill this up with your information about your group or your individual name or whatnot, your research question, your hypothesis, materials that you are using, the tools and the supplies, and what they come out, and then you add the images, the name, the image, and the purpose. That is so something like this. If you have more than one or two, you can always duplicate. Okay, right click, and then you can duplicate the slide. If you don't need all that, you can delete one slide, but you can add. You cannot, like, take away. You can add. Okay, and then method. What are you doing? Describe the step-by-step procedure for your experiments. So that you add images in here, add images, data, all those things. Okay, so we are going to one thing that we have is that there is going to be a mentor section. When I say mentor, we are going to have people that will guide you. Okay, so they are going to help you with your project. So we have virtual mentors that they are going to submit their application, and then you have them at their information will be available to you. So if you have any question about your project, they will be there to support you. If I'm making sense. So if you know any professional, talk to them to join and help in any capacity. Okay. And then back here to the form. Where was I? Okay, so here we are. You see the form, your team or individual name, team lead, if somebody is helping you as a supervisor, and then email information, all that stuff here. And then if you're applying as a team, how many people are in your team? And then you list the names of the people, okay? And then school and organization affiliation. Don't have any affiliation stuff, you just say NA. Project title, and then you select your challenge. You cannot select two, it has to be one. What is it about, right? Are you type of project, is it a scientific or engineering? You select that. And then the stuff that you put in your PowerPoint or your Google Slide, you can now copy them and paste them here, one by one like that, okay? And then when you finish, you drop a picture of you and your team, upload picture of your challenge, the things that you guys worked on, and then you can upload your project report with your, whether it's your PowerPoint, your Google slide, or your Word doc or PDF, but no video for this round. And then you click submit. And this is due February 20th. Are we good? Any questions? Okay. So if you are those who are over 21 or 21 and above, if you want to be part of this, reach out. There's other ways you can be part of this thing. Okay. It's not like we are leaving you behind. There are other ways. When we be part of this, there are other ways. Okay. So reach out and let's talk on how you can be part of this project. So I'm done sharing my screen. And who is ready to present now? Takrady, are you ready?
We are coming. Let somebody start.
Okay, Kevin team, are you guys ready?
Angel, no, I could face well. What about, no, I bet no man. No, Namka, for Bakare.
Yeah.
Sam, the Yamaba. I'm never better.
For this instance,
Uh-huh.
you see, if one decides that the project is gonna be obviously engineering, but you wanna either improve bridge or you wanna improve whatever we've done with the end board. Is that allowed?
Yes. As long as it's something not the same old stuff. Are you making sense? Yeah. Because I'm not grading it. None of the teachers are grading. So the outside people will make a decision. Yeah.
Okay.
What is the question? Are we gonna do this every year?
Yeah. So if next year is not your year, it's okay.
So if I keep winning, I'll get more money?
That can be good for your college fund or something.
So
And also, who's the people who's gonna do it? It's gonna be very.
That's what I don't know. They will apply to volunteer.
It's gonna be.
We don't know any of the judges. Nope.
You have to budget on that.
okay, so
It's like probably nice. There'd probably be a novel concept.
Are you okay?
yeah, she's thinking about the project.
See why I put it over there. Don't let this thing stress you out. You don't know that's gonna be what.
So, if your plan is to write a code, right? Writing a code to do something.
Under any of the four. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So the question was, what if I want to write a code, right? Your code must fall under any of those categories. Am I making sense? If you say you want to write a code or software or something, it has to fall under any of those categories. I hope I make sense. Your code must fall under any of those. Okay. So if you want to do coding, software, some website, whatever it is that you want to do, an app, it has to fall under any of those things. Your app solution, whatever solution that your app is going to solve, whatever problem your app is going to solve, has to fall under any of those. Ezekiel and Kelly, you guys want? Are you guys? How is your project going? How's your PowerPoint?
Can you say that again?
How the PowerPoint? You guys do the PowerPoint. The slide, the Google slide that you took last time.
What slides?
I shared with you guys a Google slide last week. It's Frantic. Richard, are you here? Richard. Kelly's. Did I not give you guys a slide to work on last week?
I'm not sure.
Did anybody not remember me telling them to document the slide?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kelly's, what is the update on your plans? Did you do any plant at all?
We did. It's just we watered it every day, but it was one day we left it out and rain got in it and it overwatered it, so it started growing mold.
Okay, so why didn't you say that last week when I asked you about your plants?
The plant was growing, but it got overwatered, so it died.
Do you have any picture of it?
Ezekiel, do you have a picture of the plant?
No.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
The presentation by Justin,
Mm-hmm.
is it anywhere on the Google Drive?
You mean Google? This one?
Yes.
It's on the website.
Oh, it's on the website.
Yeah. Let me send you the link.
Oh. I don't have any of the pictures. I only have the pictures of the type of seed we used and the first results.
Can you share? I want to see what you're talking about.
So the Saturday that we did the plant experiment, I have the pictures of that, and I also have the pictures of the seed that we used, Bean Garden, Blue Lake 274.
Share that. Let me see.
Okay. There's a blur. This might work. Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Hi, Eliza from Frantic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Ezekiel,
Ma'am?
you sharing your screen or sharing your picture?
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay. So we're gonna do another science project because it looks like this one, many of you just looked at us, didn't participate. So we're gonna do another science project. Raphael, I'm listening.
Madam,
Mm-hmm.
how is the one that we put
There's this
under
one
the sun?
and this.
It grows, but the one without the sunlight, it also grows, but it's not all that strong as the one under the sun.
Do you have a picture of it?
No, but it's here with us.
Okay, can you show? Okay, Ezekiel, thank you. I remember that. Okay.
Bring it down.
You're welcome.
Can we do our presentation?
Yeah, I'm coming, please.
Madam,
Yeah. Okay.
this is
I
the
see.
one with the sunlight, and this is the one without the sunlight.
Okay. Send me pictures and videos of it, because what we were trying to do is that every group will have their plants, right? And we will have a slide showing Takoradi team, Edura team, Frantic team, US team, showing like a slideshow of everybody and what they worked on. But it's not looking like we can do that because some of you didn't do the work. And then you, even if you did, you don't even have pictures or videos, nothing. So how can we tell Nunana that we are grateful for the time that she took to come and teach us?
Madam, please, we are having the pictures and the videos.
Huh? Fauzi, I couldn't hear you.
We are having the pictures and the videos.
Okay, I'm happy. I'm waiting for your presentation. Let me share this. Mr. Echo, maybe I want to I beg you. So this is what somebody sent. I always say that it is not you doing it. I like it, but you have to show me that you understand the math or the science behind this. Okay, this is from Frante, and this is their work. I was hoping that they can come and present today, but they are not here. So just to show you what somebody did. And this thing is in Google Classroom. If you're not in Google Classroom, let me know. I will give you the link. And this is the students, their staff. You see, they are over here. We can see them working. There's evidence. They literally showing they work on their stuff. And over here, these are the members of the team, the items that they use for their stuff. A little background of what they worked on. They give you a timeline of what they did, Cap A, Cap B, and all that stuff, and you can tell these people were out there working on their stuff. Their what is it called, watering, when they were watering it, and the time, and what you see, they say what on the what's it called, October 4th, they saw germination coming.
Madam.
Yeah.
Madam. Please, we are here, Francis.
So you guys are ready to present. Okay, then after Takoradi, you can present. So that get ready.
Madam, please, but laptop is switched off.
Where's Mr. Where's Mr.
He's in abroad.
Mr. Raymond is not around.
No, madam.
What about his wife? So who is leading you guys?
Elisha.
Okay, Elisha, what do you mean? Sorry.
But madam, please, he's not around.
Ode Eche, we will talk about it, okay?
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
madam.
Mhm. Okay, so, and this is what their conclusion and whatnot. But I'm going to stop here for Takrade to go ahead.
Please, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I have this lady here who is going to do the presentation for us.
My name is Bless. My name is Bless Bokai, and I'm representing the Takrady Hub. We are talking about the process of germination, and under the process of germination is the epigel and the hypogel germination. First, what at all is germination? Germination is the process by which a seed begins to grow and develop into a new plant. It requires water, carbon dioxide, and light temperature to occur. During germination, seed absorbs water and swells, causing the outer shell to crack open. There are two types of germination methods, as I already said, the epigel germination and the hypogel germination. The main difference between epigel and hypogel germination is that in epigel germination, the cotyledons emerges out of the soil during germination, whereas in hypogel, the cotyledons remains inside the soil. From this picture, we could see that the cotyledon has emerged out of the soil. Then with the hypogel germination, you can see that the cotyledon remains inside the soil. Then we move on to the materials needed for the experiment. 1, 2 kinds of seed, which is the bean seeds and the maize seeds. 2, container that the black soil be gathered into for the germination of the seeds. Then the black soil, the soil which growth of the seeds. Then the water is meant
Is it paused?
Hello. Yeah, it seems. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, our networks went off. So
Oh,
please, can
okay.
you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
So we move on to the materials needed for the experiment. First, two kinds of seed, which is the bean seeds and the maize seeds. Two, container that will be needed for the germination of the plants. Then black soil, the soil that will be gathered into the container for the germination of the seeds. Then water is meant for watering the seeds from plant time to time. Basically, you could say that the sunlight and carbon dioxide will be needed for the germination of the seed by its natural. So we move on to the experiment itself. Gather some small amount of soil into two different containers. Two, sow the maize seed in one container and the bean seed in the other container. Then we expose the setups to sunlight. Then we water the setups from time to time and observe the growth of the plant and record the findings from time to time.
We can see.
Okay, now we can see it.
So we move to the experiment itself. We gather some small amount of soil into two different containers. Then sow the maize seed in one container and the bean seed in the other container. Then expose the setups to sunlight. We water the setups from time to time and observe the growth of the plant and record the findings also from time to time. Then move on to the growth rate of the plant. You can see that on day one there was no germination with the maize and the beans. Day two also there was no germination. Then day three the maize germinated on to 20% and the beans was 5%. On day four, the maize was at 5%, then the beans was 10%. On day five, maize was at 40%, then beans was 15%. On day six, 60% for the maize and 30 for the beans. On day seven, 85 for maize, then 45 for beans. Day eight, 100% for maize, then 55% for beans. Then on day nine, 100% also for maize, then 70% for beans. Day 10, 100% for maize, then 85% for the beans. Then we move on to the growth rates of the plant. This bar graph is depicting the growth rate of maize and beans plant within 10 days. Then we could all observe that the maize plant grew higher than the beans plant. Then the cotyledon of the maize plant remains inside the soil, but with the beans plant, the cotyledon has emerged above the soil, making it an epigeal germination. Then we move on to the conclusion. Maize seed only have a single leaf inside. Most of the space inside the seed is reserved for endosperm, but bean seed have two leaves. both of which store and provide food to the seedling in absence of endosperm. Corn seeds, which is the maize, start to germinate in 3 days, but bean seed takes 7 days to germinate. In summary, the key difference between the two types of germination is the position of the cotyledons after germination. They are above ground in bean seeds, which is the epigel, and below ground in maize seeds, which is the hypogel. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that presentation. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I have a few questions about your experiment. Okay. Now,
Okay.
the first question I have is on the slide where you had the growth percentages. So the question is, the percentage that you presented, how did you arrive at those percentages? It's confusing to me. How did you get maize maybe 20%, beans 5%? What was your calculation? What data are you using?
So we use the measurements of the plants and the number of days for the percent.
So if you use the measurement of the plant, right, then it can't be 100%. You can't have 100% because the plant is still growing. Yeah? So let's say the plant has grown for 10 centimeters, right? How do you calculate that percentage against what?
Oh, okay, please, can I come in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, what we did is that we using the measurement, we use the 10 days as the I don't know how to the case study. So during the 10 days, any other measurement apart from the 10 days growth is not included in the experiment. So in the measurement, whatever we had in each day as compared to the percentage is what we presented.
Yeah, that's not really clear to me. Okay, so look at day 1. You said the percentage was 0. Then on day 5, you said the percentage for maize was, I think, like 20%. And yeah, okay. So on this screen, right? So this 20% on day 3 for maize, and then 5%. So this 20% is 20% of what? You get what I'm saying? What is 100? What does this 100% mean? On day 8 is 100%. Are you saying it's fully grown?
Yes, as I said earlier on, using the 100% as the benchmark for the 10 days, we use the 100% as the benchmark for as compared to 10 days. Please, I hope you are getting me. So the 100% for 10 days, so 100% is equals to 10 days. Then every centimeter we had during each day is being converted into percentage. That's what we did in the experiments.
Does Nana have anything to add? Nana?
Yes, I too don't understand how the numbers came about because we don't see the measurement for each of the plants. So we needed to see it in centimeters and heights. And also, what formula did you use to convert the height to percentage?
Okay, so yeah, I think that's the same question I'm trying to understand. But based on what he said they pegged 10 days. Okay. The growth of the plant within 10 days. Number one, you don't know how tall the plant is gonna be in 10 days. So you can't fix, you can't fix that 10 days, right? What you're supposed to do is to measure for each day. Day one, the plant did not grow at all. We didn't see anything. Day three, we saw the plant grew 2 centimeters. Day three, it was 5 centimeters. So calculating the percentage, I'm not sure that's the way to do it. You needed to present the actual height for each day, not the percentage. Because there's no way you can predict how tall the plant is going to be in 10 days. Okay? And then, the experiment, right? You needed to show us what the plant looked like on day 1, on day 2, on day 3. The only thing we saw was the final product. And that could have been, I'm sure it could have been 20 days. Okay? So when you are performing a scientific experiment, details do count. And then you have to have a standard. Did you water your plant in the morning? Did you water it in the afternoon? And then in the evening? Okay? You also have to be consistent. Okay? Because if you are not consistent, then you can't get a result that will be presentable. Okay? We want to be able to forecast that, oh, if you water your seed, right, every day for 5 days, the plant is the seed is gonna germinate. If you continue that way, in 10 days, it should grow for maybe 5 centimeters. Then in 15 days, we can say, oh, it will add additional 2 centimeters. Okay? So in scientific experiment, you must have a plan. Okay? And then data, how you collect your data is extremely important. Okay? So in this case, you presented us the data, right, that we can substantiate. We can't say, oh, in 20 days, this is what we think is going to happen. Okay? So you saw the slide that was presented earlier that talked about, that video that talked about scientific experiment. Okay? So when you are performing a scientific experiment, you need to provide the data, how you gather the data, present the data in raw form, then how you correlated the data, right? So all that is what you need to add to your presentation. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that presentation.
What's the plan? Or let it be.
I'm not sure they have the. Yeah, because if they have to do this, they have to start all over again.
Next week we will say an experiment.
Okay. Yeah. So I hope everybody is learning from this experiment. When you are performing an experiment, number one, the goal. Okay. The goal is very important. What do we want to achieve? And then your hypothesis is also important. Okay. All right. Is there any other person that wants to present? Any other team? Okay, I don't think we have any other team that wants to present.
Okay.
So if there's a snippet of what we should our next experiment to be.
It's two options.
Okay.
Whether we are going to, we are working on it, whether we're going to plant a project where plant with soil versus plant without soil. Like a seed without soil and a seed with soil, how it's going to work, or the sun, what's it called?
So turning on the light.
Yeah, or no light.
Or putting, no. Huh?
Why don't you like Boko?
So the one with, okay, so if you plant something and you put it outside in the sun, and then if you plant something and you have it indoor with light, okay, will they grow the same way?
How that light
the same way outside. If it rains, then it's gonna be like good. Then it's already gonna have a better.
No, you can actually plant it outside instead of putting it in the cup. You can have it outside.
Then the deer are gonna eat it and we'll have no.
No, the deer is not gonna eat it.
Yes, it is.
No.
It or the fox.
I think
What
that
is the control?
That is a good.
Or the pig.
So no, what we are
What is
saying. Sorry, what do you mean by control?
So control has to be something that doesn't change, that is constant.
Okay, so
something that will always work is control.
Okay, so yeah,
something you don't manipulate.
Yeah. So this thing is that we want to plant a seed, right, in a cup, right, and that seed is gonna be in the house, meaning that is gonna have illumination from the light in the house. It's gonna have the room temperature. Now, when you plant, the other one is gonna be outside the house, and then the temperature is gonna be controlled by what the weather is outside. So if we plant a seed in, let's say, in the US in November, for example, we know November is the temperature is low compared to summer, right? So that plant's gonna grow, right? Or if we plant a seed and the seed is within the house, having room temperature and stuff like that, are they gonna grow at the same rate?
No.
Okay, so that's what our experiment will prove to us. Is that what trying, or is that what experimenting?
No, I mean it's worth experimenting. But the plant indoors, is it gonna have exposure to the windows, or is it just gonna be purely from artificial source?
Yeah, it's gonna be artificial, maybe something that you put in the kitchen area, right? And see, you know, where you have light always.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, hello.
I'm not sure how the team in Ghana, right? So we're looking at performing another experiment, okay? And hopefully this time we're gonna have more participation, okay? The experiment is that you can choose either beans or you can choose maize, whatever seed that is available to you over there. We want you to plant one seed outside of your home, and then the other seed, we want you to plant it in a cup inside of your home. Okay? So we want to see what will happen in a week. Is the plant outside going to germinate, or the seed outside, I should say? Is it going to germinate and grow? And then the one inside, is it going to germinate and grow? In Ghana, the average temperature for this period, I assume, could be either in the 70s, or I think it's going to be in the 80s. But whatever it is, you record the temperature outside for every day. Okay? So every day you take an average of the temperature during the day, and then maybe an average during the night. So maybe during the day is going to be like, what's the average temperature today in Ghana during the day? What is the average temperature during the day in Ghana right now?
Martha. 30 degrees Celsius.
It's about 30 degrees centigrade, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's about 86. 30 degrees centigrade will be like 86-ish.
Oh, okay, in Fahrenheit. Okay.
Yeah, in
So,
Fahrenheit.
okay. So in Ghana is about 30 degrees centigrade. Okay. In the US, the average temperature we have now is between, let's say, 58 and, at least in Maryland, 58 and 60, let's say 65. Okay. So we want to see whether the temperature matters, and also whether the sunlight, the amount of natural sunlight, and also the sunlight from the exposure inside the house. Okay. So this is what you need to do. Okay. Let me go over what you need to do. So you have two seeds or two cups. Okay. You put your soil in, and then you plant your seeds in the two cups. One cup is going to be outside of your house. The second cup is going to be inside of your house. Okay. Then you record the growth every day. By next week, right, you can let us know whether something has germinated or not, because we want to see whether planting a seed outside, especially this period, whether it's going to be the same as planting inside, because you do know that there are some plants, right, that are raised in the I think they call it the nursery, right? The green what is that thing called? The green, I know it's not the
Greenhouse?
green. Greenhouse, yes. Yeah, greenhouse. Yes, when you plant when you plant your seeds and you grow them for a period of time before you now transplant it outside. Yes. So the one inside the house is gonna be something like that. Okay. And then we have the one outside. So we want to compare the two. The two, David, what experiment are we gonna work on? See, you guys have not been listening. You guys have not been listening. And you are right in front of me here. Esther, do you know what we are going to work on? Yeah, can you let them know? Okay, explain what we're going to work on. I'm sorry?
I no, let me think.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, experiment, putting one plant outside and then another plant inside to see what will germinate, what will not.
Correct. So, David, the next experiment you want to perform is that you're going to get 2 cups, okay? You're going to plant same seed in both cups. 1 cup, you're going to keep it inside of your house. Then the other cup is going to be outside of your house. Okay? So the one inside of your house, you can put it near, we don't want to put it near the window. We want to put it, no, not in a dark space. We want it somewhere where you know the light is on most of the time. Okay? So somewhere in your house that you know, okay, the light is always on. Correct. And then the one outside, right, is actually getting everything natural. Okay? So we want to see whether they're going to grow the same way. Okay? Or maybe the one inside is going to grow faster than the one outside. Okay? So you can make your hypothesis. What do you think your hypothesis will be? I'm sorry? Yes. So you can make an hypothesis saying, hey, I think the one outside is going to grow maybe by centimeters higher than the other one. I mean, taller than the other one. Okay? So you can make an hypothesis right now, and then by next week or 2 weeks' time, we should have some sort of conclusion. Okay? Do you have any questions or questions?
Questions or questions?
Yeah, question or questions. Go ahead. Yeah, you can start it this week. You can get some seeds from there. And then you can use the soil here. That is yours. Okay. Any other question from anyone?
How's there, Raphael?
Madam,
Yeah. Go ahead.
so we now took the picture, so put it on the WhatsApp platform.
Thank
We all
you.
went to the vacation and we left this thing behind. So we just arrived and we took the picture.
No, I understand.
Yes.
Where you guys were going, you asked a question. I'm glad you have a plan. That is nice. So now I hope you were documenting day 1, day 2, and all that stuff. Yeah, and let me say this. No, I'm coming, please. Give me a minute. One of the stuff that I always say is most of the things that we are teaching is mostly for the Ghana kids, okay? And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. When the US kids are not pushing themselves, I'm really sometimes under many situations not that worried, okay? Because I know that in their schools they are going to do these things. But I still encourage them to get those things done, okay? But when it comes to Ghana, I really get really sad. I'm not going to lie. When we create something to help expose you guys to the things that are being taught in the US, and then you don't push yourself, okay? He's here. He can do this thing without any problem. He's done it several times. Many of those kids, they are going to do them. They are going to do all those things, okay? So we were supposed to be done with this, and then we're gonna do financial literacy class on how to manage money and all that stuff. But because we still don't feel like you guys get it, now we are bringing a new experiment. So those who did it, now, of course, another opportunity for them to redo it again and then do another experiment. It is, yes, to their benefit, but to some degree, because most of the team members did not do the work, it is unnecessary that they have to now go back and redo all this over again because some people refuse to get with us. We are a team. And so when we say we are working on something together, it is my goal that we are all together working, right? But yes, yeah, dear. The videos are on YouTube. They are on Facebook. I am on WhatsApp. If there was any question on CRC, you could have asked. Nuna, it's on the teachers platform. If there was any question that you did not understand on what are we doing, you could have easily asked. Some of you did your own stuff. Like this lady took her time, or your PowerPoint, or breaking everything down. We even shared the PowerPoint with some of you guys. We explained. Even when your presentation 2 weeks ago, some of you saw how the work was, and still you have not delivered. So why me? It's not me. No. You saw Naima's work. Naima, what's her name? Rama's work. Very detailed. You've seen their work. Ejura, they did very detailed work. You've seen it. I showed you what is the name? Frante, very detailed work. So then when others are not, and when we are you, only SHSO, these are babies. And so when they are building these skills, when they go to high school, they go to college, they have them. And so when we are trying, like last week, we are stopping 1 hour early. We ended at 12 so that you guys can what? Work on your stuff. And still nothing. Today, the teachers that you guys see in the class, we could be anywhere. Me, I'm not even lying to you guys. I could be doing a lot of things. We pack ourselves from our homes, whatever, like to come and sit here. And then, oh, yeah, say, where you say, this. Right. None of us are being paid for this. It's a labor of love. Don't make this hard for us. then we don't feel encouraged to keep showing up. Mr. Call, left his house, come here. Like, it's not like, please, the stuff that they are putting in for all of us, let it be worth it, okay? Peace. Mem almost car. Just come and help you guys. I'm begging you guys. We're gonna start another project next week. And I'm begging kindly. So if you come, your network is not working. You can go back on YouTube and go and find it. You can easily, I always say that it is a personal choice every day. It's a personal choice. Where you see yourself, where you want to go, where you want to be, meaning a personal choice. Nobody owes you anything. The government don't owe you nothing. Nobody owes us anything. If somebody decides to help you, we thank God. If they are not available, it's up to you to go and find out. And if you want to do it, if you want to learn, you will find a way. If you don't want to, and you guys can testify, when those who are joined even this year, a minimum buy, right? And they are nowhere to be found because they don't want it, and that's fine. But if you say you're gonna go with it on a long run, let's work together, okay? Like, be inquisitive. Look for answers. Try. Oh, mini internet, mini way. We can all say we don't have ABCD, but we try. We try. So kindly, don't make this thing so hard. Let's make it fun, okay? This is supposed to be a fun experiment. I love it when I saw the pictures of the plants and all those things. And I always say, document your work. Document your work. Make us say, oh yeah, no be in the war yet. Don't document. Show that this is your work. I've been showing you guys videos of people creating and being innovative. And yes, I just want to stir up the genius in you guys because I do believe in you guys. And I believe that you guys can do great things, not just for wherever you are, but in your family, community, and globally. I do believe in that. But even that, we have to try and give you the tools to bring the best out of you. If we don't believe in you guys, we won't come all the time. Mr. Call, they won't show up. Mr. Paul and Mr. Omumba, they believe in you guys. They want something better. That's why they show up. Mr. Nim and Tony Omunina, they believe. And so don't make it like, oh, we are trying to, come on. Please. I keep my name a day will come, we will just cut this thing off so everybody can go and do their own thing. Because we are not getting what we hope you guys are learning. There's no need to waste that. Some of you are burning internet, burning electricity, all those things, and not yielding the results. No, please. Let it be worth the time, the stress. Some of us, Miss Tremor. Oh, we're called vacation. You're called this, you're called that. You can be on TikTok, straight rolling through. We do that. We can be online, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, going through videos. And so everybody should have pet. You see, we don't have this. The people now will show them. Many of you are all sharing. I'm gonna make it ska. How about you learn so that you can also make the money that you're looking for? We play video games. We do all kinds of stuff. Have we asked ourselves, what does it take to design our own video games? Why is this video game so addictive that everybody wants to play? You have to ask yourself that. And what can you do? What does it take to also design a replica or something better than that? Before Facebook, there was MySpace. There were many, many other social media platforms. What did Facebook do different that we are all now stuck on Facebook? Before you kind of say TikTok came, yeah, there was Facebook, there was all these things. What is so different and now TikTok is now gaining that momentum? Africa, we are not stupid. We are not only consumers. We are also innovators. We can create, and we have been creating, and we believe in you guys, and that is why we are bringing these things to you guys. So you can be online, and you can let the internet be for your good or for your detrimental. It is up to you. Prince in Agona, Prince just found out about coding and stuff just like what a year or so ago. And Yama planning, you know. If I had money, like these are the people that is like whatever you have, you want to pump into their projects. Raphael, like you guys show that you really care. You see, like it wasn't about, oh, we gave you a whole lot. With ABI, don't have the capacity to give you a whole lot. But the little that we show you guys, you grab onto it and then you move with it. That is what excites us. And so for somebody to take their time, do a presentation, do this, give you steps, add links, wait, and then you still don't show anything. So now we are going to go back and do the scientific research, because the goal is that we don't leave anybody behind. And so it is my prayer that, and my hope, that the next project, we are all going to come together. And when we say there's a deadline, we are going to follow through. It will not be like, oh, my plant traveled and I cannot have my plant here. Or something happened, it rained, it did this, it did. No, the excuse got to stop. If you really want to do it, you will do it. We have phones, we have alarm clock, there's so many things that we can use. Rama and Naima did it. So why can't we? The Fanti team did it. You saw it. Why can't we? It's a mindset. If you can remember to go and play those Roblox and those games, you can remember to do other stuff too. And so maybe next week, we're going to come back again and try all over again. And I hope this time around, we are all going to say, you know what? Let me go on YouTube and rewatch the video and see what they talked about. What did we learn from it? What did they say? Forward them, rewind them, check whatever it was said, and write them down. Oh, I don't get this thing. Message. Put it on the platform, put it on the chat, and let's work on that. Whatever that it is. Meant now no more women the draw, then you over there confused. If not in any situation, Friday night, review some things, catch up before we get here. I understand everybody is busy. Don't get me wrong, everybody is. Enra, me free 7. I got home after 10 p.m. Leaving home 7 a.m. It's like, well, we are all busy. I understand. This is going, everything, there's so many going on. School, family, church, religion, marks, all those things. And there's a lot going on. And I understand. But even 30 minutes, an hour on EBI stuff goes a long way. Okay, guys? You might not even get me to talk like this, you guys, again. I'll just be watching you guys. And I said it the last time. Under any situation, Elijah has been with us when he was in middle school. He's now in high school. He's now over there helping Frantic. If EBI didn't put anything inside that boy, he would not be coming back to help. Haruna is in a draft. If we didn't do anything right for that kid, he would not be coming back to help. We have him here. He's going to be helping back. If there was nothing, they will not be coming back to help. And so when we put in that, there's not big money out. All of us, some of us come out of their pocket to make this thing work. And you say, yeah, try. And you are not pushing that. I always say that. Under any situation, if you think EBI is not for you, step down. Go and look for something that works. But for me, I do believe in you guys. And I really want to see you guys excel. not only in kind of academics, but in every area of your life. Yeah. So we're gonna end the class for the day. Nyamiya Aduma, next week we're gonna start all over again. Intino. Takrady team, France, Chebi, all that stuff. And then when we say, oh, who want to present? Budin, like nothing. It's like, did we plan? Did we prepare? Whatever we say you guys should do, was it done? Nothing. But I thank you guys. Nyamiya Aduma next week.